Hi, my name is Olivia Gomez. I'm an intern with Speak for the Trees Boston, and about a month ago I finished a 6-week course called Adaptation and Planning Practices. It was with the Northern Institute of Applied Climate Science, and during the course I created a model for a tree giveaway which would take into consideration the effects of climate change in the greater Boston area. The main tool that we used throughout the course was the Adaptation Workbook that NIAX developed, and the workbook guides you through several levels of project development so that you begin with a far-reaching goal, but you work your way up from broader management goals through challenges and opportunities, through adaptation actions, and ultimately create a monitoring program so that you can implement your adaptive strategies and keep track of their impact. Our goal as an organization, broadly speaking, is to grow Boston's urban tree canopy, and knowing this, we decided to focus the project on giving away 1,000 trees to residents in 2020. While much of our work outside this program is around street trees, we decided to target just residential and multifamily residential yards for this initiative. Furthermore, Speak for the Trees' mission, and therefore the aim of this program, is to serve environmental justice areas of Boston, which are traditionally and currently most in need of a healthier canopy. We think of Boston as the final frontier of urban forestry because it really was one of the last major U.S. cities to acquire an urban forestry nonprofit. We're a rather new organization, and you can see from this map of vegetation in Boston, which is in the top right, and this heat map of Boston on the lower left, that we have a lot of work to do and a lot of trees to plant to mitigate global warming effects in our city. Because we are still a developing organization, our project scope is limited to 3 management goals, and those are the 2020 tree giveaway, educating residents who have or receive trees on proper care and maintenance procedures, and lastly, implementing a follow-up engagement program so that we can continue to engage with residents and also facilitate the well-being and the survival of trees in our urban forest. There are several impacts of climate change on our project area. The first is that Boston, as an urban heat island, is several degrees warmer than surrounding suburban and rural areas. The heightened temperatures within a heat island mean that air conditioning costs are higher, air and water pollution are greater, greenhouse gas emissions are increased, and heat-related illnesses and mortality are more common. The irony is that trees are a natural solution for helping mitigate the heat island effect, and yet the environment of a heat island is less livable for trees, especially younger transplanted trees. 2 other significant impacts of warming temperatures are the possibility of new invasive pests and pathogens, and the increased unpredictability of soil moisture patterns. Precipitation events going forward will become both more infrequent and more severe, and that contrast will make soil conditions less hospitable. At the same time, tree root systems are essential in alleviating the impact of floods. So what we're asking of urban trees is that they not only live in increasingly poor conditions, but also that they help improve those conditions. The main challenges posed to us are the unpredictability of these threats and the difficulty in choosing the right species for the job. What's clear is that we will have to be very intentional about the tree species that we choose. It is possible that because of an increasingly longer growing season and the shifting of hardiness zones, which you can see in this map, which is a bit farther back than one would hope, but you can see an upward shift in hardiness zones. And because of that, we might be able to plant new species in Boston's forest. But this is likely an opportunity that will become more evident as the climate continues to warm. As a result of these climate impacts, we identified several adaptation tactics which we could pursue. The first is to facilitate composition adjustments through species transitions and maintain and enhance genetic diversity, which just means that we're going to, through this tree giveaway and of course through the rest of our work, begin to contribute to a very gradual redesigning of Boston's urban forest. We want to choose species which will be resilient and which will create diversity in the canopy. Additionally, through choosing diverse and hardy species, we will aim to reduce the impact of biological stressors, meaning enhance the ability of the canopy to resist pests and pathogens, amongst other threats. And finally, we have the opportunity to promote landscape connectivity with our tree giveaway. By adding trees to residents' yards, we build a more robust network of natural bridges through which wildlife species can travel and habitat in which they can live. The outcomes we're looking for from this program are manifold. We want to see a meaningful number of trees planted and surviving, and we hope to discover new species which are both resilient in the face of climate change and contribute to the diversity of our street tree population. But beyond that, we look forward to the educational engagement of the community which will come from this. We want to promote an awareness of trees because they're overlooked, and we want to form lasting relationships with residents through a monitoring program which will track the impact of our giveaway as well as bring residents together around common values. If you want to learn more about our work and/or sign up for our newsletter, you can visit our website, sfttbos.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to view a mock-up of this project on the Climate Change Response Framework website, you can visit the link at the bottom of the slide. All of these links are in the description below the video too, for easy clicking. Thanks for watching.